So, our next frame is a group of men that we do not recognize. They're obviously not you.
Right.
Leather, canvas, baklavas. No.
Balaclava.
Yeah, that one.
They have baklava.
And there's a fairly young boy on top of a truck with binoculars looking out over the snowscape. And in the distance, we see a pillar of white snow flying up into the air. And he throws his binoculars down. They dangle on his chest, on his necklace thing.
Yeah, the
strap.
The string strap.
And he goes, "All right, boss, that's them. Let's get them fired up." And they all fire up. It's probably 5 or 6 trucks.
Okay.
Larger than S10s, but not
a big truck.
trucks.
Yeah, not a big truck.
And then one, like, big coal mover. You know what I mean? That's just big and slow with, like,
dump truck?
like 3 or 4 axles.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
A big dump truck, basically.
With the whole...
Like a rollback.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the whole back of there's probably like 15 dudes in the back of it alone.
Okay.
And like 3 to 5 to each of the other trucks. So there's a bunch of dudes with more vehicles than you got.
And more men.
And more men than you got.
So they're a medium gang.
And they're going to come at you.
Okay.
So...
Cool.
How do you guys, when you see them making their way in to collapse upon you, what do you want to do with vehicle warfare?
Okay.
Board a moving vehicle, outdistance another vehicle, overtake a vehicle, deal with bad terrain, or shoulder another vehicle where you hit them and knock them to the side.
Give them the stir. If we can make it back to the yard, we'll get +2 armor for defense. So that would be like running.
That would be outdistance.
Yes, and none of our vehicles are slow, technically. None of them took the slow feat.
Mm-hmm.
So we're not going to be necessarily hampered. But the trucks will keep up, but we can stay in front of the 15-man coal mover.
Okay.
Essentially.
Here's my question: is like, are we in the truck that is hauling all of our stuff that we just got?
No, that's all on my truck.
That's all on your truck.
Yep.
So, like, some of us could stay behind if need be.
Right. We could
try to hold them off.
We could do
so
a breakaway.
So you could get all this stuff back to base.
Yeah, I could totally peel out, and you guys could do an intercept move. I have no combat abilities on my truck. It's just a truck.
It's a workshop.
It's a workshop. So,
No. But we need to protect it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
they know I have the stuff. So, if I take off by myself, the dump truck will come and fight you, and 5 S10s will follow my truck. Is likely what would happen. That's what I would do if I was the Gold Boys.
Now that's you rolling the... If you roll outdistance another vehicle
I get away.
and succeed,
Yeah.
you get away.
Yeah. If I don't, then I will.
And then we have to work something out.
What's roll plus what?
Roll plus cool.
I have +1. I have 1 in cool. That helps.
Plus your vehicle's relative speed, which yours is 0.
Right.
On a 10 plus, you outdistance them and break away. On a 7 and 9, choose 1. You outdistance them and break away, but your vehicle suffers 1 harm from the strain. You don't escape them, but you can go to ground in a place you choose.
Meaning I can get back to the base. Not that far?
No. They overtake you, but their vehicle suffers 1 harm from the strain. On a miss, I get to choose from their side.
Yeah.
What happens to you?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, what do you guys want to do? Should we all try and run? Or are you guys going to have go at them with 14 men against 30.
Are they coming from behind or coming right at us?
They're coming right at you from the north. Well,
That's fine. They're coming right at us.
they're coming at you from a 45.
I think we should first roll to shoulder.
So you want to?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll let you do that because my truck doesn't have any of
Yeah.
those things.
You can do it. There, yeah.
You're the one driving.
Sure. I'm gonna roll for the plow to shoulder.
Okay. Go ahead.
Do I roll anything on top of the 2?
Rolled plus
Roll.
what?
Roll plus cool.
Okay. I have 1 cool.
On a hit, you shoulder to side, inflicting V harm as established, vehicle harm. On a 10 plus, you inflict that harm plus 1. On a miss, they shoulder you instead,
Okay.
inflicting vehicle harm as established.
Gotcha. So
That's a 1 and a 3 plus, so that's a
5.
5.
So that's because you have plus 2 cool,
1.
1 cool,
It's a fail.
4, 5. Hold on. You don't get any of your vehicle bonus? Obviously not.
The vehicle bonus all applies for the harm.
Hmm.
Massive. Like, we'll take less harm because it's an S10. Hitting
Right.
us, not the big dumpster.
Right. So yeah, one of the S10s all come to close in on you. The dump truck is coming up
Yeah.
behind that, and you go to knock through. You fail, and they shoulder you. So your vehicle suffers harm from bullets, explosions, direct hits from other vehicles. There are 2 considerations. How much damage to the vehicle itself suffers, and how much harm blows through to the people inside. So I just pick. Serious damage, functional damage, cosmetic damage. Functional damage, fuel leak, shot out tires, engine stall, problems with steering, braking, acceleration can be field patched.
There's a number system. Are you looking at that? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at.
Okay, let's make sure.
A S10 hitting your heavily armored, massive snowplow truck. I'm gonna say your vehicle takes 1 harm,
Cosmetic.
not that big of a deal, and there is 0 blow through. Now that does hold you up, and a whole bunch of other dudes. As you hit this truck, and you guys are, it knocks you
Jostling.
off and slows you down a little bit. The other trucks pull in behind you, and guys start to dive out of their S10s and grab onto your vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
What are you gonna do?
Now, when does this change from vehicle combat to actual?
Like
Right
if,
now, if you want.
Like
Yeah,
if,
I mean,
When
if
you
one of
say
them
I
do-
get my gun out and start shooting these guys off my truck,
right, if he
I'm
swings
start
out,
I'm
there.
gonna tell Frog to, get them in on this. I mean, we got 10 guys in the back of this truck. They're all
ready for this.
I mean,
okay, cool.
armed.
So you can attack with your gang
That's what it'll do.
against.
I picture big guys latch on and everyone's kind of getting a grip. One guy kind of straggles, gets on.
Goes tumbling into the snow.
Yeah, but most of them made it, and they grab on the thing, and then all of a sudden, these windows roll back, and it's fucking Spartan spike turtle, and everyone's got a stick, and they're trying to stab them out.
Yeah,
That's-
spears.
Yeah, they're trying to fucking get them off the rig.
Okay, so we're gonna roll gang move.
Yep.
Okay.
So, do you have the gang rules still? Using a gang as a weapon.
I do. Well, yeah,
He's
you
got
have that.
Sounds like we're going aggro,
Yep.
Yeah.
right? Using
Sure.
your gang as a weapon. Roll the dice and make your choices, but it's your gang that suffers and inflicts the harm, not yourself. I think because half the guys have to stay this is an even match, small gang versus a small gang,
Mhm.
Yeah.
because only half of their gang can currently be involved.
Yeah.
Um,
So it's an even, no armor bonus, no negatives.
so go aggro.
Okay. I'm gonna roll +2.
6, 7,
6.
8.
Yeah, you got +2. So that's a 7 and 9.
What does go aggro say? Who's got the basic moves?
There.
When you go aggro on someone, make it clear what you want them to do and what you'll do to them. Roll plus hard. On a 10+, they have to choose force your hand and suck it up, cave and do what you want. On a 7 through 9, they can choose one of the above or one of the following. Get the hell out of your way, barricade themselves securely in, give you something they think you want or tell you what they want to hear, back off calmly, hands where you can see. On a miss, be prepared for the worst.
So, on a 7 and 9, your gang inflicts its harm to them. What's your gang's harm?
Well, we don't have all of the gang, so it wouldn't count as. I mean, it's 2.
For your medium gang.
Right.
But this is the small gang. So
So
probably
one.
1.
Yeah.
What? Let me see real quick. I just want to read what it says about the fact that your gang is well armed and armored or whatever, well disciplined.
We didn't take extensive armory.
Okay, we didn't take that.
No.
Yeah. So cool. So you deal 1 harm to my small gang, and my small gang deals 1 harm to your boys, which 1 harm is described as a few injuries, 1 or 2 serious injuries, no fatalities.
Right.
So,
I have a question.
yeah.
Is the leader here?
Oh, yeah.
So so the leader of the Gold Boys is present.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'll just make sure.
We got the Coal Boys, and we got our boys. 1 harm each. Cool. So yeah, you flip open the
The sliders.
attack hatches,
The murder holes.
and I mean, you guys have been fighting with the Coal Boys for years,
yeah.
so I'm sure they knew exactly what was coming, and
They tried to jump onto the good part.
right, they figure out how to get their own sticks back in there at your boys, and somebody goes down with the eye. You know what I mean? And somebody
I
else,
gouged out and-
like
yeah.
2 guys go flying off the truck and land and just make bloody snow prints. What do you want to do, fellas? You're kind of fucked, right?
I'm totally fucked.
You're kind
I
of.
can do nothing.
What's your current situation?
I'm
As established in fiction right now.
As established in the fiction, I am trying to stay in the wake of the snow machine that's clearing the fucking road that
Yeah.
we're driving on.
Uh-huh.
It's
It's
veered
all
to the
over the
left,
place.
so I followed it. And I'm trying to stay close enough to it that they can't jump off the back of this and land on my hood. But like I am trying to stay in the wake of this truck because it's the best driving. If I was to drive off on my own, I could get there, but it's unpaved roads.
Yeah.
So I'm currently
So we're still
sticking
making
tight.
the way.
I'm sticking tight. So I would say at this point the Jeep would come up alongside and try to help, or
Sure.
or try to fuck up some of the other things. But
So yeah, we got 4 guys in a Jeep that we can.
yeah, they could all just lean out the windows and start shooting
Yeah.
at the other S10s and stuff
Okay.
because they're all still following us. Again,
So
you're a roll big man.
Other people still
You're
hanging
all
on to our caravan.
How many?
Oh, yeah.
we kicked a few off.
oh yeah, but they hurt some of your guys too.
Yeah, so it's still even.
So I think.
So I want to like halfway crawl out the window and like hit one of those guys with my chainsaw.
Oh yeah, you can totally go single combat against any one of them.
Yeah, do that. That's fun.
Yeah, get up on the roof and like standing on the hood of the truck, and like all these guys are like, oh shit. They all look up to the right. Do it, man. Don't get blood on my windshield.
So I roll.
Finger.
Single combat. When you do single combat with someone, no quarters, Exchange harm, but first roll plus hard. On 10 plus, both.
On a 7 to 9, choose 2.
Yeah. Choose one.
On a 7, yeah.
On a 7 to 9.
On a,
I was looking.
oh, I'm sorry, I was looking at 6 by 4s.
Choose one. Make sure opponent chooses one against you. Inflict terrible harm. You suffer a little harm.
Yeah, so basically, you do plus 1 harm. If you get a 10 plus, you do plus 1 harm and take negative 1 harm. So you do 1 extra and take 1 less. On a 7 to 9, you choose 1. On the opponent, and the other one, the opponent gets to choose. So, yeah, you're going to be great either way because of your stats.
Okay, so
I defy these men to do any damage to you.
plus 3.
Would require a shotgun. It's a 5 and 6, 7.
8,
So
9, 10.
that makes 10. So I think any man not that doesn't belong to you within reach of wherever you can get to on this truck easily gets one or more of their limbs removed.
Yeah.
You inflict terrible harm. What's the damage stats on your chainsaw?
I believe it's a 3.
3 harm, auto fire, hand.
3 harm, hand, auto fire, messy.
Yeah. So it's
So it's 4 harm because he got.
it's because you choose to inflict terrible harm,
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
and you
Both.
choose to take
Negative 1 harm.
Because I got
negative
10
1
plus.
harm.
So now he takes negative 3 harm because of his juggernaut stat.
That's not how it works. When you roll the harm move,
Yeah.
when you roll the take harm move, his is always 2 less, which is good. On a 10 plus, you take you take a lot of harm. On a miss, you take less harm. So when he rolls the harm move to take harm, he has a -2 to it.
Right.
Make sense?
Oh, I understand.
It's
now.
not that.
It's not damage reduction.
It's not
a
damage
negative
reduction.
2 to the dice roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's so less powerful. It's different than we thought it was. It's
It is.
negative 2 to the roll, not negative 2 to the harm stat. Meaning when you take damage,
It's okay,
against
though.
yeah, it's still a great roll. It just makes you take less damage, not take 2 less damage.
Right.
So instead of a knife that does 2 harm stabbing you and you take no damage because you take 2 less harm, it's when you have to roll harm against yourself, because you roll that, it's -2. So if you got a 10, -2 from that, it's now a 8. So you take the lesser of the harm. It's better. It just makes the roll less, not a direct minus of harm
Of
damage.
the harm.
Yes, because that would be broken as hell.
Yeah.
It would be so broken.
So-
He'd be immortal.
Yeah.
The gang
Yeah.
against a single person is a 1 harm gang that, because you're alone against them, gets to deal you 2 harm and has an extra armor. So they deal 2 harm and have 2 armor. But you inflict 4 harm,
Right.
so they have 2 armor.
So they take 2 harm.
So they take 2 harm, chainsawed, and they deal to you 2 harm, but you extra succeeded, so that's only 1. So, for each 1 harm you suffer, mark a segment of a harm clock. Blah, blah, blah. Segments before 9 o'clock are less serious. Before 6, blah, blah, blah. When life becomes untenable, choose 1. Maybe I'm wrong. Let me see your Juggernaut ability. Is that the one we're
It's
talking
Juggernaut.
about?
Yeah.
Juggernaut. Let me read the way that's written. Take -2 on all when you suffer harm rolls. Okay. When you suffer harm. Does anyone have that? Is that a basic move?
When you suffer harm, roll
have it.
plus harm suffered. After armor, if you're wearing any. On a 10 plus, the MC chooses 1. You're out of the action, unconscious, trapped, incoherent, panicked. It's worse than it seemed. Take 1 additional harm, or choose 2 from the 7 to 9 list. You lose your footing. You lose your grip on whatever you're holding. You lose track of someone or something you attended to. You miss noticing something important. On a miss, the MC can nevertheless choose something from the 7 to 9 list above. If they do, though, instead of some of the harm you're suffering, you take -1 harm.
So, you took 1 harm, after you have level 2 armor?
Yes.
Okay, so you take no harm. You don't take harm. We don't have to roll the take harm move
Yeah.
because you didn't even take any harm.
Right.
So cool. Everything's cool.
You rolled up with your chainsaw, and they tried to get at you with like knives in there, whatever they had held
and
onto.
you just auto-fired them down with your chainsaw. What a mess. Just
Literally, I'm behind.
blood, just
Yeah.
red snow
Finger.
everywhere. Yeah.
Some guy's arm, and I gotta reach out and like throw that out of the way, and I'm driving.
So that's good. That's good. There's some cold boys down.
Jeez,
Um,
that'd be terrifying.
It's awesome.
That'd be terrifying to sit there.
Many
I enjoy it,
injuries,
boss.
several serious injuries, and a few fatalities
Yeah.
is what is described as 2
Some
harm
of those
against
boys
the
aren't
gang.
going home.
So, I think at this point, the big truck
Yeah.
like falls in behind you,
Okay. In between me and the Jeep,
falls in behind you, and it's gonna try and
get me to.
get
Yeah.
you to flip or roll
Yeah.
or
I'm
whatever.
gonna try to outpace him.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to outpace him. I roll cool plus cool.
Mm-hmm. 8, 9.
It's 9. Almost. Almost.
So you outdistance them and break away, but your vehicle suffers 1 harm from the strain. You don't escape them, but you can run long enough to find a place to bunker down. They overtake you, but their vehicle suffers 1 harm from the strain.
What does 1 harm mean?
Cosmetic.
Yeah, 1 harm AP is cosmetic.
Yeah, no, I totally
Primarily.
understand. So I gotta. Like, I start going and it's like, I start hearing like some weird pops. It's like, fuck, I gotta fix that. Knew I should have fixed that. Damn it.
Okay.
Start getting like a little bit of a shimmy.
wobble.
Once I get up to like 70, the whole truck is like this, and I'm like,
So you suffer 1 vehicle harm. Here we
Okay.
go. When you suffer 1 vehicle harm, roll plus vehicle harm, which is 1. So
Okay.
roll 2d6 plus 1.
okay. 6,
Alright.
7, 8, 9.
Okay. On a 10 plus, you lose control and your attacker chooses 1. On a 7 to 9, you're forced to swerve. The attacker chooses 1. You give your ground, you're driven off course or forced onto a new course. Your car takes 1 harm AP right in the transmission. On a miss, you swerve but recover without taking damage. So,
So what's the point of the vehicle harm? Of taking 1 harm to try to get away, if that happens every time, no matter what. Like you could swerve but not take any damage and then get away, I guess. If
Right.
you roll well enough.
on a miss, you swerve but recover without
Taking
taking
harm
damage.
and you get away.
Yeah.
Okay,
But
cool.
you want to miss. You
Yeah, you
want to
want to
roll
miss.
less than 6.
I get it.
Yeah. So,
I get it now.
I think you're driven off course.
Okay. Yeah.
They get you and knock you just enough that you get out of the wake
Oh,
of
nice.
the
So it's like,
and you're off in the in the bad
rough
stuff,
right?
in the rough stuff. I like that. So
Moguls.
I think at this point I'm gonna say you have to deal with bad terrain.
Okay. Let's do that.
So roll plus cool plus your vehicle's handling, which is 0.
Ooh, that is a
6.
6, 7.
Yeah, 7.
God. Unless 7's bad.
Choose one. On a 7 to 9, choose one. You slow down and pick your way forward. You push too hard and your vehicle suffers harm as established. You ditch out and go back to try and find another way.
Whoa. I would have to slow down.
So you slow down.
Then they would totally surround me. It would be bad.
Like, the only one that's on you right now is the big boy.
Yeah, but it's got 15 guys in
It's
the back.
just the big boy,
Like, he's not super fast.
right? You could do something.
And he's not
You're
gonna follow
smart.
me. Yeah, I would have to slow down a bit so that because I'm starting to like buck. My truck is starting to buck a little bit as I'm going. So yeah, I have to like slow down a bit. Cool. What are you boys doing now that you see me off to the left?
Yeah, you see the the pipes bounding up and down as
Yeah,
the
I got
van
I got
goes-
my CB and I'm like, boys, this is bad. Come on. So yeah, because we all have CBs in our trucks. So yeah, you just hear me like incoherently. God.
Okay. So have we dealt with the other small trucks at this point?
You've got the guys off the back of your truck.
Not quite.
They're still tailing
Did
us.
he clear the truck with that roll?
No, but it. Like,
It's almost in like non.
at this point, it's your small gang versus like two dudes.
So you get the advantage on them.
Right. If you could make one more grand gesture that would probably send this part of the gang, like, we gotta get out of here. This did not go the way we wanted. We thought we had the upper hand and we were obviously wrong.
Yeah. I think since we now know that he's in trouble, we're just going to slam on the brakes and these guys are going to fly off the truck.
Mhm.
So,
Cool.
Yeah.
Um,
I think there's a slam on the brakes
is
move.
this you attacking with your gang or attacking with your vehicle?
I'd say attacking with your vehicle.
I would agree. And we haven't done that yet, so let's do that.
Okay.
Well, we have.
Are
We
you
shouldered.
I-
You shouldered.
Are
And
you
failed.
Are you suckering them or are you going aggro?
What
I
is
think that's-
suckering?
I don't know. Who's got the basic moves?
He does. He reads our basic moves.
Sucker someone.
When you attack someone unsuspecting or helpless, ask the MC
That
if you
sounds
could
like-
miss. If you could, treat it as going aggro, but your victim has no choice to cave and do what you want. If you couldn't, you simply inflict harm as
Yeah.
established.
I'd say we're
could we
suckering
miss?
someone.
No, I think they just go barreling down the sides of the truck and
Yeah.
flying off into the snow.
Right.
Okay.
And now you want to try and overtake
Dumper.
the coal truck?
Trying to overtake it.
Like,
You're coming to help
Not
me.
in this roll.
No, we don't have to roll.
you don't have to roll. You suckered them.
Yeah, when
You just
suck-
get what
when-
you want.
When you sucker
okay.
someone, you ask, "Can I miss?"
Oh, gotcha.
And I
okay.
say, not
No.
really.
No,
I
we
think
can't
you're
miss.
good.
There's no one left on our truck. We just
Cool.
we just ditched everyone.
So, I think the little S10 guys are like, as you slam on your brakes and they go sliding out
Yeah, trying
forward into the snow, like a couple of guys lean out the window and they're like, I think we're, you know what I mean? They're like, so they run back to get reinforcements.
yeah, sure.
You got two guys out trying to pull some guy who's like head first in the snow.
Yeah.
They got him by the legs, trying
Yeah.
to get him out.
Okay. So
Do you
now-
want to try and overtake the coal truck? Do you want to try?
Maybe you have a jeep.
Yeah,
You
we
can
have
totally
the Jeep.
radio and use your leadership ability
Yeah.
to tell them to do something.
Right.
Go ahead.
Just a thought.
The Jeep is now between the truck and.
The jeep is behind.
He's not in line anymore.
Yeah, the jeep. Did the jeep follow me and the big dump truck?
It was in the back, I
It's-
assume. So.
You got separated from
from
everyone.
the group. So yeah, I got pushed off the road. This is all happening. Like I got separated, called you, you slammed on the brakes, and the two of you now have a minute to decide. Do what now? So what
Right.
now?
So, board a moving vehicle. Outdistance another vehicle. I don't think that applies. Overtake another vehicle is probably the most obvious.
Spinning chainsaw in the bed of a dump truck.
Yeah.
You could just try and shoulder him again. It's like an even match at this
Yeah,
point.
you're both. It's roughly the same size vehicle.
Oh yeah. Okay, so we hit the brakes. Now we're just gonna throw it in reverse and just go right back towards this thing again.
Right.
Okay.
We're gonna get out there and get after
Shoulder.
him.
Yeah, yeah.
So, roll plus cool.
All right.
So much dice points.
Here we are.
7,
5, 6,
7 plus 1.
8.
Same as a 7 and a 9.
On a hit, you shoulder it aside, inflicting V harm as established. On a 10 plus, you hit vehicle harm plus 1. On a miss, it shoulders you instead. Cool. So you just deal your vehicle's damage to it, which you guys are exactly equal in almost every way.
Right.
Using a vehicle as a weapon. There it is. Against another vehicle. A glancing hit inflicts V harm. A direct hit inflicts V harm, plus it's massive, minus the target's vehicle's mass and armor. Treat 0 harm and less as V harm.
And then V arms over here.
Right. But they have the same.
Massive, so it'll minus
right.
that.
How much harm does your truck do?
You have it over there, I think. Don't you?
You didn't rid
Is
that
it
for
not-
the vehicles.
No.
You rid it when we were
Yeah,
making all
we
the
made all the
vehicles.
vehicles together.
Massive 4, armor 1,
Right.
spikes and plates. A glancing hit inflicts V harm. Was that a glancing hit? How do we know if it's a glancing hit or not? On a 10 plus, you inflict V harm plus 1. On a miss, it shoulders you instead. So I think it's just
Glancing
you
hit.
inflict V harm.
Okay.
Alright.
So, when we suffer V harm, I'm going to just roll for them and see what happens. I rolled a 12.
Yeah. That's good for us.
Yes.
They lose control, and you guys get to pick. Either they crash, they spin out, or you can pick 2 from this other list. They have to give ground, they're driven off course or forced onto a new one, or their car takes 1 harm right in the transmission.
Okay.
Crash works pretty good.
Crash is good.
Crash means we get away from this vehicle.
Yeah.
Big old
But it's-
snowbank.
It's the only vehicle they have left.
But at this
Yeah.
point, like, I was thinking, like, why don't we, like, take all their coal?
They don't have coal, they just have a bed of dudes.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
this is just a
It's a coal truck. Okay.
With dudes in the back.
Makes sense.
14 dudes in the back.
It's alright, I
one-
got a chainsaw.
one of
I know you want to go kill all 14 of them.
One of the dudes is
The leader.
The fucking leader.
Probably driving the big coal truck.
yeah.
If you guys want to stay, that's fine.
We can
I'm not.
we can have an altercation with
I never stopped driving.
Doug, the Coal Boys leader.
Dog, the coal boys leader.
That's so funny that you said that,
What?
because his name is Doghead.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That's
totally.
Weird.
Doghead.
We're all on the same page here.
So
Like, I knew when I said it that Grayson was a woman. I didn't know if Casey knew it, but I knew it. And when Casey knew it, I giggled.
yeah, I think we have an opportunity here.
So they go, like, you hit them,
Is that
they
sugar?
wind up.
It didn't dissolve. It's
What are you
terrible.
drinking?
Tea. I added sugar to your unsweetened swill.
Is it your unsweet tea?
Maybe it's Carter's.
Yeah,
It's
fair
Carter's.
enough. So yeah, you hit the
Because you
truck.
drink sweet tea too.
You bash their truck. They go like sideways over into the snow.
Yeah.
All of these dudes go skittering out across the snowbanks and are like getting up and trying to get themselves all together.
Right.
You guys just pull up, like truck, jeep, and everybody barrels out, and we're gonna have a gang fight right out here in the snow.
Yeah.
Is that fair?
Yeah.
I'm into it.
So,
Go ahead.
no. I was gonna say I wish I could have you run a group action.
But
But
that's not this game.
That's not this game.
That's not
No.
this game.
Well, we can attack as a gang,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you use
So-
the gang and he's a...
and I've got
And
got the
you have
chainsaw
to
monster.
jump on these
Chainsaw.
guys.
right.
Yeah.
So, who wants to go first, really?
You want to have the gang act first or you want to
I
go
want to
chainsaw?
chainsaw some people.
You want to go? You're just out in front, running into these dudes. Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, do that.
Cool. So, I think you're going. I don't think you're going aggro. I think you're engaging in single combat with an entire gang. Now, you and your gang can use the aid action
Okay.
to
Is that a thing?
boost his results.
Yeah, let's do that. What is the aid action?
Basic moves, aid, and
Help,
whatever.
help, or interfere with
help
someone.
or interfere.
On
Yeah.
a 10
When you
plus,
help.
you give 2 or take 2. On a 7 to 9, you give 1 or take 1.
Yep.
Okay, let's do that. That sounds fun.
So roll
Sounds
plus
funny.
your hex with. You roll plus your hex with Jeremy.
Right?
Which
Or-
is
Let's let him
Frog.
roll first.
Okay, go ahead.
Wait, so I'm rolling plus my hard, right? 'Cause
What
it's-
move are you doing?
go aggro.
Single combat,
That's what I thought it was.
seize by force, and you're seizing their life from them. That's totally a thing you can do.
Yeah.
To see something by force, exchange harm, but first roll plus hard. On a 10 plus, choose 3. On 7 through 9, choose 2. On a miss, choose 1. You inflict terrible harm. You suffer little harm. You take definite and undeniable control of it. You impress, dismay, or frighten your enemy.
What about single combat?
When you do single combat with someone, no quarters, exchange harm. At first roll plus hard. On a 10 plus, both. On a 7 through 9, choose 1. On a miss, your opponent chooses 1 against you. You inflict terrible harm, or you suffer little harm.
Caesar voice sounds better.
You tell me.
I think seized by force.
Like, they're a small gang, and you're one guy, which is the same thing you just did.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not any
I
worse
want-
off.
I want
That's your
their
thing.
limbs and their lives
Yes.
is what you're seizing by force.
Yes.
Or maybe their truck.
Yeah, the truck.
Everything. Just
Right.
fucking
I want your
entire
pocket
situation.
change.
Okay, fair enough.
I want the
So-
snow you stand on. I want the breath from your lungs.
Roll plus hard, which is 3.
1, 2, 3,
7.
4, 5, 6,
That's
7.
7.
So yeah,
Okay.
that's not bad.
Now
So-
I roll to help.
Even if you give him +2, it's still a 7 to 9. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it doesn't make a difference.
It doesn't
Oh, okay.
do anything.
So rolling with the chance that something bad could happen isn't worth it.
Right.
Right.
So now you get to choose 2.
2.
Yeah, you're still fine.
I think I inflict terrible harm, and I very much take definite and undeniable control of it.
Okay. So
Whatever it is.
they deal you 2 harm, but you have
2 armor.
2 armor, so they deal you no harm, and you hack the shit out of them and take total control of the whole situation.
Right. 4 damage to a gang is
So-
bad.
But it's actually only 3
Because they have.
because they're a
Arm.
tier higher.
Right.
Or they-
So
Oh, and they
2
have armor.
So yeah, it's only 2 harm.
So yeah, it's only 2 harm. So no, I'm wrong.
Yeah. it's
They're
not
good.
4.
They're coming back at you.
Right. You killed 2 of them and injured some of them and
But
kicked some guys in
now
the face.
we'll roll the
You
gang.
still have initiative too.
We'll roll the gang.
Okay.
So,
So you want to use the gang as a weapon.
correct.
I think this is go aggro, but
But
it might be seize.
I think it's go aggro. Yeah.
Okay.
So we're gonna roll +2.
Okay.
6, 7,
9.
8, 9.
Darn.
There is not a size mismatch. It's a small gang versus a small gang. Inflicts and suffers harm as established as usual. I think we just bust out into a full snow blizzard gunfight.
Yep.
Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
the Hateful Eight.
Yeah.
Sure. And
Cool.
yeah. While all my guys are shooting each other and whatnot, I'm gonna crawl up on the side of this truck, and I'm gonna murder Doghead since he's still buckled in the driver's seat.
No, I
Okay.
can't argue with that logic.
So I will roll.
No, I mean, you tell me. What do you? I think it sounds like a sucker punch to me.
Yep. He
I think
he
there
rolled
is-
with this truck and he's stuck inside of it.
So where's the sucker punch? Sucker punch someone? Sucker someone?
Sucker someone.
What's it say?
Can he miss?
Yes.
Okay, so if you could miss, you roll, but you still get what you want. Basically, is how the wording goes. Ask the MC if you could miss. If you could, treat it as going aggro, but your victim has no choice to cave and do what you want. Meaning, even if he doesn't roll well, he still gets to kill him.
And that's what you want? You just want to kill him?
Yep.
Okay.
So yeah. You still gotta roll for it, but something bad can still happen if you roll poorly.
Sure. So roll +2.
That's a
7.
7.
Where's go
and
aggro?
then we go aggro. So going aggro,
On a 7 and 9.
on 7 and 9, choose one of the above or one of the following. You can force your hand and suck it up, cave and do what you want, which he has to do that anyway, according to the sucker rules.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can, he has the choice of getting the hell out of your way, barricading themselves in, give you something they think you want, or tell you what you want to hear, back off calmly where hands can see you. So he already gets cave and do what he wants. So
you come up with a pistol out, I assume?
Yeah, I pull my pistol,
your silenced pistol.
crawl up on the side of the truck. So I'm literally standing above the window
Uh-huh.
with a pistol.
So you get in there and you shoot him once in the shoulder. He like rolls to the side and he busts through the window and grabs onto you because it's not enough to finish him off. You know
Sure.
what I mean? And he's like, "Oh goddamn you, Saul, and you fucking burn!" He totally throws a big fit and like he's willing to be like, "All right, it's over, it's done. We'll leave and never bother you again. Just let me take my boys and we'll get out of here and it'll be over and done with. I'm sorry. Fuck this and fuck you. Let us get the fuck out of here."
Okay.
Fuck this and fuck you.
I'm gonna agree to that, but I'm gonna chop his arm off with a machete first.
Can I hack it off?
Frog,
Come here and hack his arm.
I would argue fictional positioning gives him the ability to do that.
Like
I can roll for it if you
he's he's not gonna allow you to do that.
Yeah, he's not just gonna let me.
Yeah, he's gonna fight you off of that.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, you're gonna have to roll for that.
Okay. I want to make an example of him, so
Okay.
I'm gonna throw him out of the truck, and I'm gonna chop his arm off.
Okay.
Okay. I think you're seizing an object by force.
Okay.
Yeah, you're gonna take his arm.
That sounds
So
good.
seize by force?
Seized by force.
Getting better at this.
Mhm.
This is good.
Mm-hmm. I
Go
knew
ahead.
once we got into
No,
the
this is
rules,
really-
we'd get the hang
I
of
like
it.
these moves.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I could. I mean,
See something by force, exchange harm, but first roll plus hard.
I like
On a
letting
10
him live.
plus,
Makes things
choose
more interesting.
3. On a 7 through 9, choose 2. On a miss, choose 1. Inflict terrible harm, suffer little harm. Take definite and undeniable control of it. You impress, dismay, or frighten your enemy.
Okay, so roll.
What is your
it's-
hard?
Mars 2.
Yeah, so roll 10 plus hard, and it's 3, 2, 1.
4.
6.
That's a 3.
That's a 3.
Yeah, so 6 total.
6 total, which means you failed. So you choose one. You still get to choose one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm gonna go with you. Impress, dismay, or frighten your enemy.
Okay.
I do.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
okay.
Cool.
So you are just yelling, giving your best Saul monologue
Mm-hmm.
of what a bullshit this is as you kick him out through the snow. You know what I mean? Just boot in the ass, and he goes tumbling head over foot out into the snow. And all the dudes that had been getting chainsawed to death are they got Chainsaw Man over here. They got you over there. The boss is down for the count. They take off running towards the S10s that they can see in the distance and like jumping and so they're all gone. The last time that you like roll him over, he sawed off shotguns you right in the belly, and then you get to like sling your machete down into his chest or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
because on a 6 you don't really get what you want.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I get to inflict harm on you.
I like
So, sawed-off shotgun.
Whoa. I like it.
I have it right here.
It's 3. And it's
harm,
messy.
And it's messy.
Okay.
You have armor.
You should have 1 armor.
Gang has 1 armor in that.
No, you should have 1 armor.
Personally, where would
Yeah,
it show?
It's a gear thing that you could have picked, that you would have picked. Like personal clothes, leathers, things like that would be armor. You already said you have tons of clothing.
Yeah.
That would count as 1 armor. So mark somewhere, put 1
So
armor.
you have 2 harm. Yet you have 1 armor all the time.
Okay.
But you do take 2 harm.
Okay.
And then we roll the harm move. Regular harm.
Was I supposed to mark
Shooting
something
you.
there?
For what?
Did you
No.
take harm?
You've had
No,
enough
yours-
armor.
You
Yeah.
yet to take harm.
Yeah.
In 2
You're pretty-
chainsaw gang fights,
you're pretty
you've
stout.
yet to take harm. You're a frightening individual.
Do you guys have the take harm move?
I probably do. Harm. So you get to roll.
Okay.
Taking harm on a 10 plus. Casey gets to choose. You're out of action, unconscious, trapped, incoherent, or panicked. Or it's worse than it seems. Take an additional harm. Or choose 2 from the 7 to 9 list. You lose your footing, lose your grip on whatever you're holding, lose track of someone or something you're attending to, or miss noticing something important. On a miss, the MC can nevertheless choose something from the 7 to 9 list above. If they do, though, instead of some of the harm you're suffering, you take 1 less than
Okay.
what the harm is rated.
Gotcha. Let's roll for harm.
That's terrible. Sorry, that's my sheet.
That's 11 harm there, boys. Or 11 on a harm roll.
It's his. He gets to pick the baddest of the bad things.
Yeah.
Or 2 of the less bad things.
That's fine.
You could totally get knocked unconscious, and we don't have any doctors.
Yep.
The choices you
If
make
you
in
get
the
knocked
snowy
in-
hell, huh?
If you get knocked unconscious, I'm chainsawing this guy's head off.
What time?
I don't know where to find it.
It's at the bottom right in the little white blocks.
42.
40. That's what it looks like
I
from
think
here. My vision is
42.
better.
Let's
Maybe
take
47.
5.
Are we gonna take 5 right
Let's
there?
take 5. We'll come back and determine exactly how bad
This badness.
shotgun blow to the belly is for
Sawed
you.
off to the stomach.
Because it's probably bad.
Yeah, guys, we'll be back in a minute. Yep, we're good. Welcome back, everybody. You just took a shotgun blow to the gut.
I'm shoosted.
I decided. Where's the harm move?
It's underneath there. You took it from me already, didn't you?
You're out of action, unconscious.
You decided to roll it.
I just decided to roll it.
There you go.
I was just blown to the ground.
Yeah, so you kick him out. He flips over and blows a sawed-off shotgun blast into your belly. You sling the machete, stick him right through the rib cage. He's almost dead, and you take the shotgun blast and fall down into the snow.
Just really going to shock.
Blood and meats everywhere.
Meats.
What are you doing, boys?
He's gone.
I am nothing but a plume of snow and taillights.
Do you want to just go home?
Yeah, I'm headed back to the yard.
Let's deal with bad terrain one more time,
Okay.
and
What
see
do I roll again?
happens.
Remind me.
Roll plus cool.
Ooh. That's a
Seven.
6-7. Thank God. Unless it's bad again. I can't remember.
It
if
can
it's
be.
bad. I can never remember.
Your vehicle's handling is 0. Yeah, you just have to go slow and pick your way forward
Yeah.
because you don't want your vehicle to take harm,
Nope.
and you don't want to ditch out.
Nope. So yeah, I just
So, yeah.
continue to drive slow.
You just
I didn't do any
make it
better
real
than I did
slow.
last time.
Make it all the way back home.
I'm still-
Everything's fine.
I'm still trying to get back to the road as it was.
You and your gang you still have your vehicle. You now have this other vehicle.
Yeah, we just
It's
gained a
just
car.
on its side, which I don't think you have enough men
Probably
to flip
not.
it back
No,
over.
no,
it's
not of that size.
it's awful
You
big,
need
Yeah.
to use the snowplow to pull it over. With
which
chains.
you could do.
Yeah, with chains. It's big enough to flip it over. And you could take
But you
his
have
out too.
but you have a man here in
That's-
pretty bad
Is
shape.
dog head dead for sure, or like, can I finish the job?
Oh, he's not quite dead, no.
So yeah, I'm gonna finish the job,
Mm-hmm.
and I think I'm gonna pick my boss up here, and load him into one of our vehicles.
Question: do you kill him with the chainsaw, or do you kill him with his own shotgun?
I'm gonna kill him with a chainsaw.
Okay, cool.
I'm just gonna stick it right into his face.
That'll do it.
Like butter.
Just all nonchalant. He's like, Just throws it on his back and just Yeah.
Yeah.
So we make it back. We make it. I assume you just load him up and make it back.
Yeah.
Ignore the fuck the other truck.
Yeah.
Not
I'm
worried
dying.
about it.
Or even throw you in the Jeep, really, because the
Yeah.
Jeep's faster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put you in the Jeep and scoot it.
Get it back.
The Jeep can just book it back, and that frees up you and a couple of guys could get the.
Yeah, you could just.
Coal truck.
Yeah, you can flip it over and drive it back.
Yeah.
So now you've got coal truck, which
so we have
is
two large vehicles.
mechanically exactly the same as your.
Yeah, we just gained
Wow.
another battle vehicle.
Cool.
Neat.
Yeah, that was a good, hell of a booty. Getting a vehicle, a running, operating heavy infantry truck. Now we can carry, instead of 14
Twice as
guys,
many.
we can now carry
Like
almost
yeah.
a medium gang.
24 guys now.
Yeah, 24 guys, about
26.
Well, 14 fit in the back of that truck
Yeah.
alone. So we're good.
So.
Yeah, we just upgraded our posse carrying
We
capacity.
carry almost our whole gang.
hmm No, if you take the Jeep and both of the heavy vehicles, you could have all 40 of your gang
Yeah.
with you.
They can.
Cool.
Fuck yeah. Roll
Um,
out the force.
so I feel like I'm ready to use the healing mechanics.
Yeah.
We're gonna need to.
Dude.
That's in one of the sheets of moves that one of you guys have.
Harm and healing moves
There you
are in
go.
the same thing.
Who's gonna heal you?
Crayburn, the vet. Or we could fictionally argue that there's a doctor in one of the 300
Yeah, there's
people,
300 people.
right? He's not very good. He's trying. He's just haggard. He's been trying to
Yeah.
treat dysentery and colds and sicknesses in our terrible infirmary that is
Yeah.
a collection of cots.
Very few supplies.
Right.
Yeah.
He's trying to get people to stop drinking and rubbing alcohol. That he's trying to clean people. Like it's a terrible life.
Packing wounds with turds.
That doesn't even make sense.
I know.
Rub some poop in it.
No wonder we're dying.
You're a terrible doctor.
I'm worse. I just came to visit.
Rub some poop in it.
So,
Oh.
for each one harm you suffer, mark a segment of your harm countdown clock.
So
Start at 3 o'clock and continue around clockwise.
Wait, we never established how much harm I
You
took.
took 2 harms.
so you're up to 6.
I'm up to 6?
Yep. Each one of those is a tick.
There's one,
Okay.
and then another one.
Wait.
12 to 3 is 1,
Mhm.
and then 3 to 6 is
Yeah.
2.
You're
There
right.
you go.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't realize that's how it went. I was sectioning it off.
No. The 3 segments before 9 o'clock are less serious. The 3 segments after 9 o'clock are more serious. If you mark the 11 to midnight clock, your character's life has become untenable,
Mhm.
and there's a move there when that happens.
Right.
Before 6 o'clock, the harm will go away by itself with time.
So you're doing okay.
From 6 to 9, the harm won't get worse or better by itself. After 9 o'clock, unstabilized harm will get worse by itself.
You'll start bleeding to death.
So I'm just gonna have a chunk of meat
So,
out
yeah,
of my
We're just gonna
side from now on.
we're
Yeah.
just gonna see you with a big wrap
Right,
of
it was
bandages.
like birdshot, and it's really small. And someone had to sit there with tweezers and pick them out of your
Pick
stomach.
it all out of you.
Yeah,
So
you're not having a good time.
And like the whole time it's happening, you know, I've got guys looking for my booze so that I can medicate myself
Right,
while
yeah,
it's
like-
happening.
it's
And
the
for some
booze
reason I can't find
that
it. No one
you
can find it
stole.
anywhere.
Yeah, we can't find them full bottles of scotch, boss.
Remind me next time we play that we have to highlight moves.
Oh, how do we do that?
I'll explain it next time we start.
Okay.
It's what you're supposed to do at the beginning of every session.
Okay.
Where is
What are you looking for?
end of session?
End of session.
There it is. At the end of every session. At the end of every session, choose a character who knows you better than they used to. If there is more than one, choose at your whim. Tell that player to add +1 to their hex on your sheet. To their hex with you on their sheet.
There we go.
If it brings their hex to +4, they reset their hex to 1 and mark experience. If no one knows you better, choose a character who doesn't know you as well as they thought, and that player takes -1 to their hex with you.
If it makes it -4, they go back to 1.
-3.
If they go to -3, they go back to minus. They go back to
They
1.
go back to 0. and
0,
mark
and then mark
experience.
experience. So either way, you're working to mark experience, but it's friendship.
So, Saul, who knows you better?
I don't know the name like
I
this.
just feel like you did anything that none of us wouldn't expect you to do.
It's the first session. None of us knew Saul at all before we started.
I did. Fictionally, he did. Is that not how it works?
No, this is not fictional.
What is
Oh,
it?
okay.
Like,
Players? Is it players about characters?
okay. Yes, it's fiction. Who fictionally knows you better? But it's the first session. Your
Right.
character didn't exist.
Right.
And
I
it
know you
says
better than I
Yeah.
used to.
if
You've already mentioned that you didn't expect Saul to be what he
Is
Right.
Yes.
That's very true. I did say that. I said those words. So I get a +1.
if there is more than one, just choose at a whim. It doesn't matter.
I like it. Got it.
Okay.
Who knows you better, Chainsaw Man?
Yeah. Blood and windshield wipers.
Okay. So you get to level up.
That's no. That was just one. It was 2 to 3.
Oh, that says +1. I thought it said 4.
No, that'd be awesome. I would
I
love to.
thought
level
it
up.
said +1.
I would
And who
love-
knows you better?
Saul.
Saul?
I would say.
Okay.
All right. Cool.
+4.
Yeah, you get a level up.
What's that mean?
You get him. What is it? Yeah, what does he get for improvement? He's up to +4.
Right here, improvement experience. I get 1 experience. Is that?
Does he pick from the list or does he go down that list?
You can pick from that list.
Do I need to fill up my experience? I need to fill up my experience first.
Oh yeah, he's got to tick an experience bar.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You tick an experience,
Okay, there's 1
and when you
experience.
fill your experience, then you get your
Then you can
advance.
tick. But yeah, you can get a
It's
whole.
5
Cool.
to improve.
We didn't ever talk about the psychic maelstrom.
No.
So the way Apocalypse World works is any character can open their brain to the world's psychic maelstrom. And we all sort of explore together what that means. It's kind of like the ghost field in Blades in the Dark. It sort of exists everywhere, bubbling just beyond your conscious mind.
High pitched whining in the back of your head, sort of kind of deal.
There it is. When you open your brain to the world's psychic maelstrom, roll plus weird. On a hit, the MC tells you something new and interesting about the current situation. and might ask you a question or two. Answer them. On a 10 plus, the MC gives you good detail. On a 7 to 9, the MC gives you an impression. If you already know all there is to know, the MC will tell you that. On a miss, be prepared for the worst.
So it's a way to gain intel, basically.
So, I've seen it function in a bunch of different ways. I've seen people play with it as, in a setting where the ghosts of the dead are important. The Psychic Maelstrom was the ghost of the dead. In another setting, I saw where they played as if the Psychic Maelstrom were a place you could psychically, astrally travel to, and it's, the one that we played, it was an insane asylum.
Right.
Where you could travel to this giant asylum where all of the craziness of the world lives and is trying to constantly
and you see
escape.
answers there.
I don't necessarily care that we iron out exactly
Not today,
anything tonight,
but
No.
it could
but
develop.
it's something to think about.
What does it mean to open your mind?
Okay.
I asked you guys questions at the beginning. Do you have any questions for each other?
Not currently.
No?
Not that I can think of off the top of my head.
Is there anything you guys want to see in this that we don't already have? Like, I'm going to add more stuff to this that you guys don't know about yet.
Right.
Yeah,
the
not
We've
yet.
talked about a bunch of stuff that you guys know about.
Right.
The other
The
cultures
towers.
that are around, the bad guys that are around. Is there anything that you guys want to see while I'm working on my turn over the next week?
Nothing specific that I can think of yet.
Okay. You?
No, I'm good for now. I'll let you
Okay.
know.
Okay.
You all have to wait till next time.
Yeah.
So come back.
Maybe Frog could take an interest in to some random female
Ooh,
that lives at our campsite.
I'm gonna get me a woman. Thanks for joining us, guys. This is Roleplay Theory. Every week we have a game. Off and on, it's either Blades in the Dark or it's Apocalypse World. So come back and join us. Watch both games. Jeremy is our Apocalypse World guy. He loves to play with us. Welcome him, everybody. Good stuff.
It'll get better.
It'll get better.
It'll get better as we learn better.
Catch us on the next one. See ya.